enough. I don't care that this is an anti-vax rally. Isn't the purpose of these things that everyone deserves to have their voices heard? I deserve to have my voice heard as well. You need to listen to me about why you need to get vaccinated. And after I finish talking, hopefully I've convinced you to book an appointment on your way home. Right? Hear me out. I'm not the police. I'm not the government. Clearly I'm not the government. I'm dressed in a Pokemon t-shirt, right? I'm not the enemy. I'm just a regular guy like you, and you need to listen to me, right? Don't be suspicious, right? Clearly you don't care about the law. Clearly, I mean, you're gathered here against mandates, so clearly you don't care about the law. I'm not the police. I'm not judging you for that. But I just want you to hear me out, right? I can see some of your slogans behind me. There's so much to deal with here, but let's just start with this one here. Down with Dictator Dan. I see what you did there, because dictator like dick and it rhymes with Dan. I get it, right? But do you know what a dictator does? A dictator suppresses the people. A dictator doesn't allow protests to happen. Clearly he's not a dictator. You're here protesting and the police aren't stopping you. Just whatever, all right? Your biggest complaint, I've been listening to you for the last 2 hours as you rant, your biggest complaint is that, oh, if I'm not vaccinated, I can't work, I can't go to the pub, oh, my kids can't go to school. You have the power to change that. That's like the school bully being mean to everyone and then complaining that no one comes to their birthday party. It's not because of Dan Andrews that you can't go to work. It's because of yourself and your choices, right? If you can't go to work and you can't support your family and you're out of a job and you're struggling, I'm sorry, right? But stuff you. You brought it on yourself, just like that school bully. You made bad choices and you're paying the price for it. But the good news is that can change tomorrow. You could be back at work by Monday, right? It's not Daniel Andrews keeping you from going to work. It's not the vaccine mandate. It's your own choices, right? If you don't get vaccinated, you can't complain about the consequences, right? And some of you are saying, oh, I lost my business during lockdown. Okay, fair enough. Lockdown sucks, right? I'm going to be honest though, this isn't an anti-lockdown rally, this is an anti-vax rally. So I'm going to talk about vaccinations. Lockdown's separate issue, right? That's a different debate entirely. But I mean, if your argument is, oh, I'm not going to get vaccinated and lockdowns suck, I think you should remember, at the moment we've got a high vaccination rate in the 90% and we aren't in lockdown. No one cares about case numbers anymore because of how vaccinated we are. Does anyone know today's case numbers? Nope. Nope. Anyone knows yesterday's? No? No? So a little bit, yeah. But do you remember when we always knew every day what the case numbers were? Do you remember last year when 6 people having COVID sent the whole state into a 3-month lockdown? Right? It's clearly proven today, high vaccination rates mean no lockdown. So if you're complaining about your business being shut, you have the power to get it open again. Just get vaccinated. Right? Now, maybe you don't care about the law, but think about your fellow people, right? My nephew, 3 years old, last week had COVID. My nephew, he can't even get the vaccination. He's relying on us to have it. He's relying on us to protect him, right? Think about my nan, who just turned 90 last month. Right? She can barely leave the house now because she's terrified of getting it from someone at the shops. Right? She's got nothing going on. She just stays at home reading books because of how terrified she is of people like you. You are 20% more likely to get infected with COVID-19 from a friend who is unvaxxed than you are with someone who is vaxxed. Right? If you don't care about the law, then at least care about my nephew or your child or your grandmother. And if you don't care about them, if you don't care about your own children or your own parents, then you know what? I guess you're right. There is a real dictator in the room, but it's not Dan Andrews. But I digress. All right? You don't listen to the police, you don't listen to Daniel Andrews, at least listen to the facts, right? Listen to the numbers. Let's have a look at some of them. I'm going to just get rid of this one, right? Let's just get rid of this. This is right? Let's look at some odds of dying, right? A lot of you are complaining about AstraZeneca. Oh, I might get the blood clot. Your odds of dying from a blood clot, 1 in 1 million. 1 in 1 million, right? You might think, oh, that's too high a risk. Let's look at some other risks. We've got heart disease, 1 in 6, way more common. Cancer, 1 in 7. A car crash, I'm guessing most of you have been in a car in the last few days. You've got a 1 in 101 chance of dying in a car crash. And yet people still decide driving a car is more convenient than the risk. Getting a vaccine is more convenient than the risk. Some other ones, just falling over. Just falling over, just standing up and falling and dying. 1 in 102 chance. Hell, you have a 1 in 2,745% chance of dying just choking on your food, just eating your dinner tonight. You have got a higher chance of dying eating your dinner than you do of COVID, or the COVID vaccine. But you know what the number that really matters is? 1 in 12. That's how many people die from COVID, right? Some of you are saying, oh, let it rip. Just let them catch it. Some people will die, that's fine, right? There's 12 people right here. Choose one of you. 12 people here, choose one of you. Who's going to die? Who are you willing to sacrifice? Because it might be you. Is that the risk you're willing to take? 1 in 12. What if it's your son? What if it's your daughter? Right? If you won't listen to the law, think common sense. Yeah, there's a risk of getting the vaccine, but there's a stronger risk of not getting it. There's a stronger risk of just walking to your dinner and eating it. Right? And I'm sorry, while I'm standing here, I absolutely just cannot leave these slogans alone. We've already established he's not a dictator, right? Hitler was a dictator. Mussolini was a dictator. Premier Daniel Andrews was not. He was democratically elected, even if you didn't vote for him. Fight for freedom? Okay. Clearly this person didn't put much planning into it. They were pretty confident with the FRE and then they've realised how little space they've got. Also, dumb? Yeah, you're right. You are dumb. That's not even how you spell it, right? Build immune systems, not vaccine schedules? Yeah, that's just bloody stupid. Would you say to a police officer, oh, build thicker skin, not defence and body armour? No. Immune systems don't protect you from COVID. That's insane. That's just like saying, oh, build an immune system and you won't get cancer. Idiotic, right? Scamdemic? Look, I don't even know what that one means. Are you saying the pandemic's a scam? Are you saying that borders have been closed in every country in the world and it's all a fake? Jesus Christ. My body, my choice. Do you know what? That's a fair one, except it's not even original. That's an abortion slogan. That's not even for COVID. But also, my body, my choice, no, that's not true. Think of seatbelts. That's your body, but it's not your choice. The government says, for the good of society, everyone has to wear seatbelts. And as soon as people started doing that, road deaths plummeted. So even that doesn't work. So these slogans that you're doing are just ridiculous. All that matters is that we all get the jab. Please, go and get the jab. Stuff the law. Like I said, I'm not a cop. Just think about the facts. Now, some of you have said, oh, you could get a blood clot, oh, you could die, oh, it's laced with 5G. That's all ridiculous, right? The only thing that matters is that some of you had one valid thing. You're like, oh, it might affect your fertility. I might not be able to have babies. That one there, okay, I'll admit it. You are actually correct, right? Your vaccination status will affect whether you can have children, but not in the way that you think. It will affect if you can have kids, because the only thing that will turn someone off really fast is learning that you're a conspiracy nut and that you're not vaccinated. Trust me, I'm a bit of an expert in getting rejected. I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt, right? So if you don't care about the law, think of your nan, think of your children, right? Do it because it's the right thing to do. Get jabbed. Thank you.
All right, so